Carr right away going to look to throw. The slant complete to Michael Thomas. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Love this look to start the ball game. They empty the backfield right away, and that's going to put some early stress on both their offensive line and on the secondary. And here they get the completion and a quick first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. In his 7th season now, here's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. On play action, it's Carr. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. Tries the left side and finds Olave. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 12-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
There's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Kamara will score. Touchdown, New Orleans. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
A point after, good by Groupie. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go. Clock 10. Let's go.
They run with a third-year man, Chuba Hubbard. A little juke. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. This week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Despite writing it down in my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Panthers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Let's face it, when you have a guy who can pick up those types of runs and keep the chains moving or stay ahead of the chains, you're making everyone else on offense happy because you're opening things up to allow for a whole lot of different play calls.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Saints are going to have it here just past the 25.
That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measure.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Carolina. 45 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Straight ahead with Hubbard.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Hubbard will take this one in. Touchdown, Carolina.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Saints have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Let's go now.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
And he's able to get up here to the 26.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
They'll give this to Hubbard running right. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here we go.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Black, red. Red, yellow, you, yellow. Ready.
Now Young. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He's still on his feet. Touchdown, Panthers. Hayden Hurst, 73 yards. And the Panthers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Olave holds it in.
Yeah, this defense rallies and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And taken right on the 30. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
Set, ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Here we go. Set.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Young will set to throw.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. 2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You get
touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Saints have moved out in front.
Groupie able to add the PAT.
And the lead is now 21-14.
Panthers 14.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready, break.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where touchdown, Carolina!
Chuba Hubbard, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone?
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at the 38.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. They'll send the tight end in motion.
Ready?
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. He gets away from one. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 149 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Set.
One of the Panthers' big offseason acquisitions. Here's Miles Sanders. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually... block well and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Let's go.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20.
Blue check. Set.
Right back to Hubbard. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Ready.
2nd and 9.
Check pink. Shot. 17. Hut.
Now a give. It's Hubbard going left. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
Now 2nd and 9. Carr now to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
What now?
2nd down and a yard. Again, it's Carr. This one taken in by Olave. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On first down, Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Down the right sideline. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there to throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
A 38-yard attempt.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Come on.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Okay.
They'll come
right.
up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
22 needle. Ready.
A man who joined the Panthers from the NFC champs, it's Miles Sanders. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Ready.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On the set.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Set. Go.
Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On play action. Young. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Zach Bourne from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Under pressure, they got him again. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
3-3. Hut.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. Breaks the tackle, now with Allen. There he goes, left side. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Carolina.
Miles Sanders, his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Panthers are able to stretch out their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Kamara gets it again on second down. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting. Defense closing in on him. That's the kind of string them together.
Hey, we're good.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there. Good for a Saints first down.
And the Saints first down.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Finding Taysom Hill complete. Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown. Taysom Hill, 53 yards.
And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. On the draw, here's Sanders. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
After the loss, they'll come up second and 13. Young now from the 50. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. The 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play.
Here we go.
Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Check White. Hut.
On the handoff, running left is Hubbard.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2.
Ready.
A quick throw by Young, caught out wide. Touchdown, Panthers.
Jonathan Mingo
with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Panthers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things.
And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Carter's pass. Intercepted. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Following the interception, Young.
A short throw hauled in by Trimble.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Ready.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
208 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better really as the night's gone on.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
They'll look to run with Hubbard.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
That was textbook defense on 3rd and goal.
It certainly was, and it got me all excited over here watching that play. It takes me back to my childhood. Remember when you dared people to do something? Right now they're daring them to go for it. No, they're double dog daring them to go for it.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
At their own 24-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. Downfield, and he's got Olave. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave, 41 yards. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Ready, set.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them,
ready?
trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Looking to throw, Young. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Across the 40. 40's out of bounds. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Man, 216 yards for him on the ground as this has been a night to remember to this point.
Set. Ready.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's
Hey,
2nd down and a yard.
Set. Cut.
They run with Sanders off the option.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard.
And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Ready.
2nd and 5.
Set.
Young to throw it.
Coming across the formation and making the catch is Trout.
6
up, and that's a first down. A nice throw right there. And, Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown pass.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Lonnie Johnson picks it.
And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for it. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover and put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Greedy Williams picks it off. Still going inside the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll turn to Sanders, and he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think. And now here is another interception. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And this would have been returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Intercepted. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Set, go.
On the give, this is Hubbard. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Taken down by Pete Werner.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Down.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Black swap.
On the handoff, it's Hubbard.
Well, he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Here we go.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners.
Touchdown! Hayden Hurst. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Panthers are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Panthers 63, Saints 35.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
Pushing his way through.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations. congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Carolina, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0.